You know this page. You've probably seen it hundreds, maybe even thousands of times. It's the Google sign-in page. And it's so familiar, right? We barely even register it anymore. It's kind of like the front door to your house. You use it every single day, but honestly, when was the last time you really stopped and thought about it? But here's a thought I want you to consider. What if this super simple, clean page is actually the most important door you walk through every day? Seriously, it's not just a form you fill out. It's a gateway. It's the gateway to your email, to your documents, your photos, your entire digital life. So, for the next few minutes, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to stop and really look at this front door. We are going to turn the key, we're going to step through, and we're going to try to understand the actual architecture of this thing. We'll break down every single piece of it, from the text fields to those tiny little links you probably ignore at the bottom. The goal here? To show you the incredible complexity and, frankly, the power that's hiding in plain sight. All right, first things first, let's talk about the key itself. That little prompt at the top, use your Google account, is way more significant than it looks. See, this isn't just about getting into one single service. It's about using a single, incredibly powerful digital key. I want you to think of your Google account as a master key. For real. It doesn't just open the door to your Gmail. It also opens the door to your calendar, your cloud storage with Drive, your entire video library on YouTube, your maps. It's a whole ecosystem of connected services. And this idea is at the heart of something called single sign-on, or SSO, where just one set of credentials gets you into everything. It's the one unified identity that the digital world knows you by. And how do you use this incredibly powerful key? Well, with something as simple as your email address or your phone number. That little text box, that's the keyhole. You pop in the right information, and this huge digital world just opens right up to you. And that simplicity, that's completely intentional, but it hides a massive amount of power. Okay, so any door that's guarding something this valuable needs a really, really good lock. So let's take a look at how this page starts building layers of security right there on the surface to protect that master key of yours. Have you ever actually noticed this little question, not your computer? It's so easy to just blow right past it, but believe it or not, it's one of the page's first lines of defense. Just by asking this, Google is basically prompting you to declare how secure your current environment is. The difference is really simple, but it's absolutely critical. Your computer is a trusted private space, but not your computer, like a computer at a library or an internet cafe or even a friend's house. That's an untrusted public space. The risks in those two scenarios are completely different, and the sign-in page needs to know which one it's dealing with. So if you tell Google that it's not your computer, it's going to nudge you toward using a private or guest browsing mode. And this is a hugely important safety step. A private window doesn't save your browsing history or your cookies or any site data after you close it. So when you're done, your entire session gets wiped clean. It's kind of like making sure the door locks automatically behind you when you're in a place you don't really trust. But what if the security problem isn't the computer? What if it's you? What happens if you actually lose the key itself? Come on, we've all been there. You can't remember your email address, or more likely, you've forgotten your password. You're locked out. And that is where this tiny little link, forgot email, becomes your absolute lifeline. It's the built-in locksmith. When you click it, you start a whole process to prove you are who you say you are. This is why having a recovery phone number or a backup email is so critical. And it's exactly why you hear so much about multi-factor authentication, or MFA. It's that second layer of proof that lets you get a new key and regain access, a total safety net. Okay, so we've got the key and we've got the lock. But before you can actually walk through the door, you have to agree to the rules of the house. So let's look at those 3 small links way down at the bottom of the page: help, privacy, and terms. We can actually translate these links using our front door metaphor. Help is basically the front desk, there for you if you have a problem. Privacy is the disclosure. It tells you how your data is being used. And terms, well, those are the house rules you agree to follow just by being there. See, by signing in, you are accepting this contract. And this is why it is so worth it to take 5 minutes, go to your Google privacy settings, and actually see and control what's being collected about you. So let's bring all this together. This simple-looking page isn't just a form. It's a really complex system that represents your identity, your security, and your agreement to a set of rules. And the control of that entire system, well, ultimately, that's in your hands. 1. Just one account, one key, one single sign-in. That's all it takes to access and control a massive chunk of your life. The amount of power that is concentrated behind this single login is, well, it's absolutely immense. And of course, with that power comes a huge responsibility to protect it. So the next time you land on this page, don't just type and click on autopilot. Just take a second. Realize that you're standing at a very, very important doorway. You are holding the master key. But the final question I want to leave you with is this. Do you actually know the promises you made, the rules you agreed to follow just to be handed that key?